Thank you, Corey, for that introduction. It's been a pleasure to get to know you personally and work with you on Story County. We've had a good year, a good run. Let's have another great year. 2012 is huge, guys. Also, thank Cafe DM for having us out here, and thank each and every one of you for coming out and supporting us. I look through the crowd, and the faces I see, they're very familiar. They're my friends, co-workers, people I've grown close to while I've been at Ames. And you people out here are the reason I'm going to run. You're what made Ames special. You're what made Iowa State special. You're the reason I love this community. And giving back to you guys is the least I can do by being your representative. Looking out again, I see so many young faces. That's huge. That's so important. You know, that's why I'm running. We're here as young people. It's imperative. I have the campus in my district, and it's so important that we address the issues we have right now as young people in this country. Just looking at some statistics really quick. Yes, national unemployment's down to somewhere hovering around 8%, which by no means is acceptable, but headed in the right direction. But if you look at the national average for 18 to 24-year-olds, college-age students, it's still around 17%, around 70%. That's unacceptable. You go and look at the fact that on top of that, at Ames here, we get an average of $30,000 per student in debt. $30,000, that's some of the highest in the country. Again, we're in Iowa. Why in the world does one of our public universities have some of the highest student debt in the entire country? That's putting our students in a hole that they can't dig themselves out of. Then look at another statistic. Look at the fact that 10% more students after they graduate with their undergraduate are heading back to school for master's degrees or doctorate degrees. It's not because they're going back to become medical doctors. It's not because they're going back because their jobs are paying them to go back. It's because they have no other choice. They couldn't find a job. So they're going back to college and racking up more debt and making the whole situation even worse. It's not a good place to be. And then look at the national picture on top of that. We're up to $15.3 trillion in national debt. That breaks down to about $49,000 per person in this country and $135,000 per taxpayer. As all you students out here, I'm assuming as your students, you're looking to graduate, get a job, and then become a taxpayer. So you're looking at $135,000 you owe the federal government, $30,000 you owe for your student loans. That's $165,000 on average each of you is going to owe by the time you graduate college. You're $165,000 in the hole, virtually. That's a nice house in Iowa, and that's no good that you have to be in that position. Looking back to the state level, we have a bad brain drain, so to speak. So many of our students are leaving the state. It's not that they want to leave the state. They love Iowa. They want to stay in Iowa. They want to create jobs in Iowa. Those are the future leaders, but they can't find jobs. They have to go out of the state. They have to leave to Kansas City, Texas, wherever it is. They can't find jobs in Iowa, and that's a terrible predicament for our state because that's our young talent. Those are the young people, the young minds, the hard workers, the people that are going to innovate, start new jobs, create new jobs, pay the bills for the state, and they're leaving the state, and that's a big problem. You know, we went through that, and it does paint kind of a dire picture. It's a predicament. We're in a tough place in this country. But you know what? We're Americans. We're all Americans. We're the direct descendants of the people that won the Revolutionary War. We're the direct descendants of the people that united our country after the Civil War. Our grandparents and great-grandparents lived through the Great Depression, defeated communism, defeated fascism. This is nothing. We can pull up our boots and strap them on tight and get going. It's important. Some people might look at me and say, why are you running? You're so young. You're too young to do this. You know what? Generation after generation has kicked the can down the road. Time after time after time. But they keep kicking the can down the road. You know what? My generation is sitting here at the end of the road. And we have no road to continue kicking the can down. We have two options. We can lay down, or we can grab the bull by the horns and make something happen. And that's what we got to do. And it starts now. We're the can kicks generation. There's no can kicking for this generation. So that is important. So what do we do? You know what? It starts with small business. You know, look at this Cafe DM right here. It's a perfect example of a great small business, a great establishment. Businesses like this need to be springing up across the country, across the state, in each of our communities. It's essential. It's not about just the corporations. It's not about just the small business.